Do you also feel like you've tried every diet out there, but nothing works? There are countless diets like Atkins, low carb, keto, South Beach, and who knows what other diets there are, but which one of them actually makes sense? Which one not only helps you lose weight, but also strengthens you from within and truly makes you healthier? As a doctor, today I'll show you my personal diet ranking from place 5 to place 1. Be sure to stay until the end because the best diet doesn't just help you lose weight, it's healing and it changes your whole outlook on life. Place 5. The Atkins diet. Extremely low in carbohydrates, extremely dangerous. This diet comes from the 1970s and was named after Robert Atkins. The idea behind it is to almost completely eliminate carbohydrates with a maximum of 20 grams per day. And that's equivalent to just a small banana or half a slice of bread. Instead, fats, especially animal fats, are supposed to be the main source of energy. The problem with this extreme form is that the body is missing almost everything it needs: vitamins, minerals, trace elements, phytochemicals, and fiber. It's not just unbalanced, it's dangerous. Such a diet puts a strain on the gut microbiome, promotes inflammation, and according to recent studies, even increases the risk of colon cancer, especially in combination with a low-fiber diet. Nevertheless, the Atkins diet is still being followed today. And that's why, as someone who cares, I have to tell you clearly, stay away from it. Because your blood vessels also suffer from it since they get clogged by this type of diet and lead to heart disease. And that's why it's number 5. So now comes number 4. That's the classic low-carb diet or the classic low-carb diets. There are several of them. It's less extreme than Atkins, but in my opinion, it should also be viewed critically. Low carb basically means fewer carbohydrates, more fat and protein. Compared to the Atkins diet, this diet often allows 50 to 120 grams of carbohydrates per day. That sounds more reasonable, but even here the problem often lies in the implementation. Too little fiber, too many animal products, too little plant variety. In a study listed below by the University of Toronto, it was shown that exactly this combination, high in fat and protein but low in fiber, worsens the gut environment and promotes inflammatory processes. The risk of chronic diseases increases. Low carb. It may bring short-term success, especially if you are extremely overweight or if you have diabetes, but it is not healthy in the long run. That's why it's in 4th place and should be approached with caution. Now comes 3rd place, which is the Mediterranean diet. This is a traditional diet, balanced and proven. The Mediterranean diet, also known as the Cretan diet, has been scientifically recognized for decades. It is based on the traditional food of rural people in the Mediterranean region. Lots of vegetables, lots of fruit, legumes, olive oil, some fish, very little meat, no sugar, hardly any butter. People who eat this way have fewer cardiovascular diseases and often live longer. This diet provides a lot of fiber, antioxidants, healthy fats, and that's a very good foundation. It is an omnivorous diet and, of course, strongly depends on the quality of the animal products that are still consumed. Nevertheless, for many people, it is a very good starting point and also makes sense as a long-term solution. That's why it deserves 3rd place. Now comes number 2, clean eating. What is that again? It's a natural, nutrient-rich diet. And in my opinion, this clean eating is more than just a trend. It's a return to the essentials. Fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, fresh herbs. And all of this as unprocessed as possible, without additives, without refined sugar, without flavor enhancers or preservatives. And ideally, you prepare everything yourself, and preferably everything is organic. Locally grown. Clean eating avoids putting strain on the liver, supports the gut, and ensures a stable supply of micronutrients. And this form of nutrition is also sustainable, environmentally friendly, and comes very close to a plant-based whole food diet. And that's why it definitely deserves second place in my ranking. First place. I think anyone who knows me has been waiting for this. Intermittent fasting and a plant-based diet. That is the best approach. And now comes my absolute recommendation, namely this combination of intermittent fasting with a plant-based whole food diet. Why is that so powerful? With intermittent fasting, you give your body time to recover. And by doing so, you activate its self-healing powers. After about 12 hours, autophagy begins. That's your body's own cell repair mechanism. And if you combine this fasting period with a high-quality plant-based diet that is also fresh, rich in fiber, and nutrient-dense, then you support your mitochondria, your immune system, your digestion, and even your hormonal balance. Intermittent fasting with plant power helps you tap into your strength, physically, mentally, and emotionally. For me, it's not a diet, but rather the natural rhythm that exists within our bodies. And that's why it's clearly number one. Well, diets can be a starting point, but they should never come at the expense of your health. And that's why my appeal is, don't go for the quick fix, but choose lasting health. Your body is ready. You just have to give it the right signals. And you get those from real foods, from mindful breaks, and from your inner doctor who always knows what's truly good for you. You definitely know people who keep going on diets, so please share this video. I know they'll be happy to get this information from you.